Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so today I wanted to talk about how I heard this quote, and it was that if you don't learn to control your mind, it will control you. And it really got me thinking, while we cannot control all of the external factors in our life, we can actually control one thing, and that is how we respond to everything that's happening to us emotionally. This is honestly one of the most empowering experiences in life that I honestly think that this is one of the biggest superpowers that any single person can have in this life. And this is what differentiates most people from the norms. Okay, so once you realize that you have the power to control your mind, you unlock a level of potential and freedom that most people don't ever get to experience in their life. You know the quote, your thoughts control your reality. Mind you, I'm not speaking about this from a woo-woo sense or spiritual sense. I'm speaking of this from a very logical and practical standpoint. This is Cosmo, by the way. Your thoughts influence your reality. Your thoughts influence your emotions. Your actions create your reality. It's a chain reaction that starts in your thought and ends in your reality. For example, okay, so two people can go through the same experience but have two entirely different outcomes just by the way that they respond. Person one says, I'm not good enough. Those feelings might make this person avoid taking risks. Those actions or lack of actions lead to results that reinforce the first original thought. That person doesn't get the promotion or they don't ask that person out. In these circumstances, it is natural to feel disappointed, frustrated, angry, or even just scared about the future. Controlling your mind does not mean repressing those feelings and not feeling them. Your feelings are valid, they're real, and it's important to feel them. It means allowing yourself to feel those feelings, but then choosing to move forward as opposed to feeling stuck. Instead of thinking, I'm a failure, it's never going to work, we're never going to get along. It's also a way of thinking, okay, this is a setback, this is an opportunity to learn and to grow. Perhaps question, how could I have done things differently? Oftentimes, the only way to learn and to grow is to look at the problem dead in the eye and just solve it and go through it. Some of you might think, okay, is this the same as positive thinking or being optimistic? Isn't it the same as controlling your mind? And the answer is not quite. Positive thinking is a great start, don't get me wrong, but controlling your mind goes much deeper. It's not just about replacing those negative thoughts with positive ones. It's truly about developing a mental discipline that allows you to choose your thoughts deliberately, to direct your focus intentionally, and to shape your mindset purposefully. And let me tell you, this doesn't happen overnight, okay? It requires mental discipline and mental lifting. It's as if you're going to a gym, and in order to improve your weight and do reps, you need to constantly go in to the gym and do the reps every single week, day in and day out. It takes time and persistence and patience as well. It's not going to happen overnight. But it's the difference between being the passenger of your mind as opposed to being the driver. The passenger might try to enjoy the view, enjoy the distractions such as going on TikTok, and just hope for the best. React to the problem. These are all giving into external outcomes and situations. But the driver chooses the destination and is very clear about where the mind is going, which in turn creates so much more freedom. Because as I mentioned, once you realize you can control your mind, you unlock a level of freedom and potential that most people don't ever get to experience, but that also your higher self will be so thankful for, because you'll start to realize that you've spent so much of your life focusing on things that don't actually matter and just reacting and exerting all of this energy into things and distractions vying for your attention that you've given into that literally don't matter. And soon enough, you'll realize that your whole life could potentially have been a big distraction. That's the last thing that we want. So I hope that helped you guys. And I'm sending you all the love, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.